Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, Cuz ain't here today. So your boy's rocking solo, dolo, no polo, man. It is your boy Rail, man. Listen, got a lot to get into today, man. A few things to get into, I should say. I'm gonna try to take up too much of y'all time, man, but we could definitely get our geek on this morning. Good morning to you, one and all. Welcome. If you guys are new to the channel, into geek content, man, whether it be Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever it is, you in the right place, man. Come join us here, man, as we geek out every Tuesday evening and every Saturday morning. Is now our new schedule, guys. So hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And also, too, everybody, please hit them likes for us up, man. We're still trying to get the channel built up. We definitely could use your help with that, man. Help us to build our channel, man, by helping us to build up the algorithm by you guys hitting that like button. All right, guys. So that'd be a huge help for us. But yeah, listen, it's really a lot to get into, man. But I will say this, man. I had fun last night with the missus, man. We got to see this movie right here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and look, you got it's two-sided. Y'all some haters. Listen, man. Like I said, man, we go see Tom Cruise's final reckoning, the last Mission Impossible movie. We got to see that last night. It was pretty good. Not gonna really get into any kind of spoilers or anything because I know it just came out yesterday, so a lot of people probably still haven't seen it yet who want to see it. So might talk a little bit about it on Tuesday. We'll see how that goes. But until then, I do recommend go watch the movie, come back, let us know here, man, what y'all think about the movie. All right. So anyway, let's get to it, man. Y'all see the shirt? Definitely got a lot to get into with this, man. This news came down here, I think a day or two ago, maybe a day, can't remember, but this is it right here, y'all. Another delay for Marvel. Another delay for Marvel. Not in the same vein of the Blade movies, but I mean it's a little discouraging. We'll definitely get into it. So let's get into this right here. Avengers delayed. Marvel pushes Doomsday and Secret Wars to December of 2026 and 2027. The Avengers will need a few more months to assemble. Disney has delayed the release of Marvel Studios' upcoming team up feature, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Doomsday is now set to debut on December 18th, 2026, moving about 7 months off its original slate date of May 1st, 2026. To match the follow-up, Avengers Secret Wars is moving to a release of December 17th, 2027, after previously being set for May 7th, 2027. All right. So there's that news right there. So let's go ahead and get into this, man. So this is their new slate, I guess you could say. Their new kind of reworking of their schedule. Put that here in y'all's face. So check this out. Screen Rant has changed up the Marvel has changed up the MCU schedule. It says Doomsday, of course, y'all heard, has delayed from May 1st, 26 to December 18 of 26. So that's like 7 months, like they said. Secret Wars is delayed from May 7th, 2027 to December 17th, 2027. Is removed a February 2026 date for an untitled Marvel movie. So we really don't know what that movie was, but they removed it. November 6th, 2026 and November 5th, 2027 changed from a Marvel film to an untitled Disney film. And 3 untitled Marvel movies in 2028, February 18th and May 5th and November 10th. So Marvel has 3 untitled. There's a lot of people speculating on what those could be. So I mean, look, I know a lot of people are kind of like scratching their head, like what's going on. They thought that everything was going well and all that good stuff. Um, if y'all are believing in rumors and all that type of stuff, there's a lot of speculation going around about why this could be. Um, as far as so there are rumors right now that Marvel does not have Spider-Man Tom Holland signed on yet to play in these movies. And it's also a rumor that they really want him bad in this movie. And so They think that this has a lot to do with them pushing it back. It's not so much a signed deal with Marvel. It's more Sony's working with Marvel with the whole Spider-Man issue. As y'all know, Sony has the full cinematic rights of any Spider-Man character. So that's one of what could be one of the reasons why they're pushing it back. Um, just trying to get their ducks in a row, because this is a very important, what, at least two films are very important moving forward for Marvel. As y'all know, this is to close out the multiverse. Marvel's kind of hit some bumps here over the last few years, so they're just trying to stick the landing with this whole multiverse thing, and trying to gain back the trust of the fans out there, man. Because it's a little iffy when it comes to Marvel. We had some pretty good movies. We had Thunderbolts was a pretty good movie, but then you had Captain America: Brave New World, right? So they're still trying to build some type of trust back into the fandom. So them pushing it back, I think that's more of them just trying to make sure they got their ducks in a row. And I'm cool with it, man. Look, we're gonna get the movie, y'all. We're gonna get the movie. I know people are upset that it's going from May to December. We're gonna still get the movie. There are some things that's gonna change around this, though. The fact that Spider-Man now, instead of it being in between the two Avenger movies, is now going to be ahead of that. So that way, I like that way better, because that way you don't have Spider-Man's not tied to any of the movies. Just make a good Spider-Man movie that's not tied into any of those movies. Now, I don't know. We still don't know what the plot and the details are of Spider-Man. There's a lot of different rumors that's coming out about that movie, but the fact that it's coming out before the two Avenger movies is a positive to me. I don't know about anybody else, but um, I mean, with the Avenger movies, I just want them to get it right, y'all. I just want them to get it right. I don't want any hiccups. I don't want any feeling of a Brave New World or anything like that. I want to know going into this movie, we're gonna have the same feeling that we had with the other Avenger movies, right? This you normally going to get a guarantee with the Avenger movies, so that's why I say with this one, I am totally fine with them pushing it back if they needed to push it back. We're going to get the movie. It's not like they're pushing it back and they're going to cancel it. It's their tempo film for the studio, the Avenger movie. So they're not going to like completely cancel these movies. It's going to happen. It's just going to take a little more time. Um, December is definitely an interesting time. As y'all know, the Avenger movies are known for dominating May. That's when they come out. So now they're going to be releasing around the Christmas season, which is going to be pretty interesting. I think they're still going to make. It's going to make money either way. Either be May or be December. It's going to make money. So that's not going to be the issue. The issue is them getting it right. Them getting it right. And so, like I said, I think with this, it could be a couple of things. But for me, I think it's just the fact that they're trying to get their ducks in a row. And like I said, I'm not mad at it. And the fact that they're moving stuff off of these dates too, it seems like this is not just a Marvel, decision. I think this is more of a Disney decision. I think Disney decided to kind of do this because, like you see right here, they changed it and they're moving it to Disney Untitled Films in those positions, right? So that's why I say I think this is more Bob Iger's thinking than it is Marvel's thinking, and I think that they're trying to build back up their brand during the Christmas season, because Disney does dominate a lot of times in the Christmas season, so they're gonna definitely do that if they release both of these the Avenger movies in December. So I'm cool with it, man. But y'all already know. What's y'all opinion on it, man? Y'all let us know down in the comment section below or right here live, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about that, man. Are y'all okay with it? Are you mad, happy? Like, what are you, man? Are y'all, how y'all feel about this whole Marvel delaying the Avengers? All right, man. It's time to turn the page here, man. Let's get to some of these quick hits. Oh, okay, okay. What we got? Check this out, y'all. Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns are in talks to star in the live-action Street Fighter movie. Shout out to King. Let me put this in the people face. Check this out. Says according to Deadline, Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns are in talks to star in the live-action Street Fighter movie. The film adaptation is being co-developed and co-produced alongside Capcom, the developer and publisher of the video game. So shout out to King once again, man. I know he's gonna talk about this on his show tomorrow. Look, I don't have a lot to say about this as far as if I'm happy or if I'm sad or mad or whatever the case is, because um this could be an interesting take on Street Fighter. We're gonna have to wait and see, how the cast shapes out. We got to see how that goes. The fact that you got two physical guys in the movie. They go to tell you how kind of the direction they're kind of trying to go into here with this movie. As y'all know, they got a Mortal Kombat movie that came out. They got Mortal Kombat 2, I believe, it's coming out later on this year. So the video game movies are starting to kind of pick back up here. The fact that they are thinking about doing another Street Fighter is pretty interesting because the last two Street Fighters was Dookie Wookie, as y'all know. The what was it? The Jean Claude Van Damme Street Fighter. I mean, as a kid, I probably liked it as a kid, but I think as an adult, if you watch it now, you're like, yo, what in the world is this? But the Chun Li one, it had potential. It just missed the mark. It felt like I was watching a CW Street Fighter movie, right? Instead of an actual like movie. And so if they're doing this now, man, like, I hope and pray that they get it right. Um, I don't know which Street Fighter they would take this from because I can't. I'm sitting there trying to think like who could Momoa and Roman Reigns be at what characters they can be in Street Fighter. So that's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'm gonna have to see how the whole entire cast shapes out. Hey, maybe Momoa be like Blanca or something. I don't know. We have to see, man, because they definitely got to get that cast right. Take the movie serious as far as like the quality of it. Because like I said, the Mortal Kombat movie, the first one, I ain't saying it was the greatest movie ever. And I'm not talking about the '90s Mortal Kombat with the. Not talking about that one. I'm talking about the one that came out a few years ago, right? It had some bumps, it had some hiccups, but I think it had potential. You saw the potential in there somewhere, right? So now they're coming out with part two. You're praying that they clean it up a little bit, take the positives out of the first one, and then go forward with the second one. Because they have a chance, they have an opportunity to make it a franchise, right? 2, 3, 4 movies or whatever, right? And so they just got to make sure they take the good elements out of the first one, clean it up, put it in the second one, and hope the second one is better. I think they had a new director and everything in the second one, so hopefully that's a positive. But as for Street Fighter, right? I'm just hoping that they go in that same route. Look, the fight choreography got to be fire too, man. Don't have no cheesy fighting choreography in here. Like the one thing about the Mortal Kombat movie I did like was the Scorpion Sub-Zero scene. Like they take that type of mentality and put it into the other fights. You got me sold. If they can do that here for Street Fighter, because listen, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are about the fights. So you got to put all your effort into the fights. The fights got to carry. To be honest with you, there's really no plot. It's plots, but you know what I mean. It's like people don't go there for the plot. They go there for the fighting. Who gonna die? Who gonna get killed? Who fighting who? Right. So you gotta make sure that you make the fighting carry the movie. That's what it's for. Street Fighter. Make the fights carry the movie. That's all I want. That's what I'm praying. I hope they get this right. You see two of the cast members already, man. So we're gonna have to definitely see how that goes. All right, man. Let's see what we got next, y'all. Let's talk about this next. Check it out. Put this all in your face too, man. Listen, Luke Cage and Iron Fist will reportedly return in Daredevil Born Again season 2. So this I haven't heard anything confirmed on this yet. So this is definitely a rumor, y'all. But listen, if you've been following this channel for any point of time, you already know how I feel, man. I am a huge Daredevil fan. I love it's one of my favorite comic book characters. I'm here for it. I love what was the name of the show? I'm blanking on the show. Defenders. I love the Defenders show. I love the Netflix shows other than the second half of the first season and second season of Luke Cage. Iron Fist made me want to cry, and not in a good way. Jessica Jones was okay. My two favorite, of course, were Daredevil and Punisher, right? But I think with better care, I think that this can work. I know a lot of people didn't like Iron Fist. Shout out to my boy Fred. I know this is like his favorite comic book character. I know people didn't like Iron Fist, but I think it wasn't a lot of it was his fault. I think this was the material that was given to him. There were a lot of stories and stuff behind the scenes on the whole Iron Fist thing, which is why Iron Fist turned out the way it did. It's a lot of hands in the cookie jar, a lot of studio interference, all that stuff, right? You saw the flow of if I say Iron Man, you saw the flow of how Daredevil was. You saw the flow of how Luke Cage had his moments. Like after Cottonmouth died, I think he kind of just went down a little bit, but it still was a solid show, right? You see how they were moving, and then like you just completely just went away from your formula with Iron Fist, which is like I said, why both seasons kind of failed or whatever. The actors came out and said something about it before. Other people have come out and said something before. Like I said, stories came out about what happened behind the scenes, and like I said, the studio interference and all that stuff. So for me, I'm willing to give him another chance as Iron Fist with better material. You know what I'm saying? So we saw what happened here with Daredevil, Born Again season 1. So the fact that we're going to get these guys, we already know Christine Ritter's going to be in there. Set photos have already released. She on set, y'all. It's tangible. We've seen it. She's actually going to be on the show. So as far as these guys, I haven't seen any set photos. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to see anything. I just want to be surprised when I watch the show. But I know a lot of people do want to see it to kind of get confirmation that these guys are actually going to be in the show. And I don't blame them. I kind of feel the same way. I'm to the point like I don't. It's so many things being spoiled nowadays that I don't want to be spoiled too much. I want to go in with the surprise. That's why I kind of like that feeling. But for this, if I had to put either King or Will's house on it, if I get this wrong, they're losing houses. I'm going to say no. They're not going to be in it. I'm gonna say no, and I think they're going to. So, Cuz came up with this idea, and I think I kind of agree with him. I think they're going to sprinkle these characters in throughout the seasons because we already know what the plot's going to be going into season 2. We know that they're trying to build Daredevil's trying to build an army of his, superheroes and all that stuff to take on the Fist Task Force. So I don't know if they're gonna just throw those guys all of them in season 2 because they're not planning on just doing 2 seasons of Daredevil. They're doing a season every year. They already talked about that. So if they could continue doing this show, I think they're going to sprinkle these guys in, like, Luke Cage might be season 3, Iron Fist might be season 4. I could be wrong. Or they might do both of them season 3 or whatever, right? I don't think they're gonna just throw everybody in at once and then that's it. I think they're gonna try to build up to this. And I think eventually what they're gonna end up doing, I'm praying that they do this. I think they're gonna eventually do a Heroes for Hire. We kind of talked about that before on the show. If they get these two guys on the show together, I think that'll kind of lead to a Heroes for Hire show. We'll have to see how that goes. I don't know what their plans are as far as their shows. I think they're gonna establish a universe on the shows, kind of like they did with Netflix or what. But we already know that they said Daredevil's going to get shows every year, so it's gonna feel like a syndicated show on streaming because you're gonna get a show every year. But if these guys get a show, give us a Heroes for Hire show and leave me alone. That's all I need. But yeah, let's go and go to the next story here, y'all. Man, this is some interesting news here. Check it out, y'all. Henry Cavill's live-action Voltron movie may not have a theatrical release. Heartbreaking. Says the highly anticipated live-action Voltron movie starring Henry Cavill is officially set to be Prime Video exclusive. While fans hope to see the Lions unite on the big screen, the streamer has confirmed there are no theatrical plans for the star-studded sci-fi adventure. Filming kicked off December 2024, and with a cast that includes Rita Ora, Sterling K. Brown, and John Kim, a release date announcement seems to be around the corner. So with this, there's a couple things I want to talk about with this. So first of all, they just finished shooting. That just came out yesterday, I believe. They said that they just finished shooting with that. So that movie's done. It's wrapped. It's now going into post-production. So at the, let me make sure I get this right. Oh, CinemaCon. At CinemaCon, as y'all know, or if you don't know, that's where all the studios bring their products to the theater owners, and they show them what they have in store for their theaters, right? So that's why you see the different trailers and all that stuff. They show them different trailers. They might show them, and they might show them a full movie. or they might show them different clips, or maybe a 30 minute of a movie or whatever, right? But the point is that they show them these products to entice them and get them ready to know, like, yo, this is what y'all are getting ready to show the people at your movie theaters. Um, at the Sony production, I should say presentation, they did not show Voltron, which should have been a red flag then, because now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't talk about that on the show. Of what's I think we talked more about the Spider-Man stuff for Sony than for the Voltron stuff. And we never, I think we might have mentioned that Voltron was being filmed, and I think that's probably what we mentioned, but we didn't mention any clips, no anything like that, which should have been a red flag. So it's no secret that Prime Amazon is trying their best to build up their movies on their streaming service. They're trying to build up the streaming services and strengthen it and make it more like a Netflix, if you will, right? And so I guess they think that the best way to do that is to move movies like this on to the streaming services. That could be one reason. Two, could be maybe it's a bad movie. We've seen that happen a million times, right? Like a movie getting ready to release theatrically, and then I was like, wait, no, let's bring it back. Let's go put it on Netflix or whatever, right? Because they think the movie's that bad. That could be the case. I think it's option number one. I'm not saying that the movie ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna say the movie ain't gonna be bad. I'm just saying that I think it's option one because of what I just said a minute ago. I think that they're trying to build up for some odd reason. I don't know why they're doing that. Um, I really wanted to see this on the big screen. I think a lot of people did. I know a lot of us. If you're an '80s baby, I know you probably know about Voltron. You know, saying I had the toys. I wanted all the lions so I can make a huge Voltron. My mama didn't do that. She just bought me the one Voltron toy and all that stuff, man. But yeah, with this one, I'm not too happy about this one, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want to see this in the theaters. Um, they still don't have a release date because it's not going to be in the movie theaters. We don't have a release date, so that's going to be interesting. It's very discouraging because look at you got Sterling K. Brown, of course you got Henry Cavill. You know what I'm saying? You got a little cast on you there, but yeah, that's gonna suck, man. But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe if they do good on this movie, maybe they get some buzz, they get some eyeballs, they get some subscriptions, because that's how it works with the whole streaming service thing. They don't go by money; they go by subscriptions. People can subscribe based off a certain movie. Then that's how they know, hey, this movie was good, this movie bad, or whatever, depending on how the people react with their dollars as far as streaming and stuff like that. So I was hoping, man, this was gonna be on the big screen. I had my Voltron shirt already. I'm ready. I grew up on Voltron, so I'm definitely ready for this movie. But I'm gonna still watch it regardless. Prime, movie theater, your cell phone, whatever. I'm gonna still watch it, man. I'm gonna still watch it. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, check this out. Scorpion, Tombstone, and Boomerang will appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Scorpion, Boomerang, and Tombstone will reportedly appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is according to an individual who attended the Disney Blockbuster Consumer Products panel yesterday. What are y'all thoughts on this, y'all? Check this out, man. Tombstone is interesting. We've been hearing rumors of Scorpion for 150 years, so that's nothing new. I mean, Boomerang is okay. I feel like he's a throwaway character when it comes to the cinematic stuff. Um, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about the Spider-Man movie. We haven't heard anything concrete yet. We haven't heard like anybody from Sony or anybody from Marvel come out and say this is what it is. We haven't heard anything like that yet. We're steady hearing this news coming out like every day. This guy gonna be in that. This guy gonna be in that. This guy gonna be in that or whatever, right? We're hearing that they're trying to cast for Mr. Negative. So if you got Mr. Negative in here, you got Scorpion, you got Tombstone, and Boomerang. That's a lot of bad guys. That's gonna be a lot of bad guys. We looking at Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire again here. So that's why I said I don't really know yet. We're probably not going to get any concrete news or anything about what's going on with Spider-Man until Comic-Con. Now, if y'all can wait a couple, when is Comic-Con? It's June or July. Either way, if you can wait a month or two until Comic-Con, I'm willing to bet that they're gonna give you some news and let you know what's going on. You know what I mean? Because right now we're just getting too many like, oh, this could be happening. This could be happening. We're hearing this. We're hearing that. It's like let's just wait and see what's going on. Because I don't even. Because listen, I'm also hearing too a lot of it's gonna be the movie's gonna be grounded, but then I'm hearing a lot is gonna be he's out of space. I heard some he's out of the country again. I'm hearing all this different stuff. So it's like we need to hear the concrete news, and I don't think we're gonna hear the concrete news until Comic-Con. So that's what I'm waiting. It's interesting to hear this stuff. It's a talking point. It gives you something to talk about. It gives you something to debate with your friends. Like, yo, should this guy be in here? Nah, I don't want that guy in here. Or hey, who should play this guy or whatever, right? It's stuff to debate about. But until I know exactly who's gonna be in this movie, I'm gonna wait until Comic-Con because I think that's when we're going to actually get the concrete news of what's going on. So but I mean, listen. But if you're telling me that these guys are going to be in the movie, I'm cool with it. I'm not mad at it. But it's starting to feel a little crowded. It's like, but I also don't know what their plans are for the movie. That's another thing too. If I knew what they were doing with the movie, I could say, yeah, this is good, this is bad. As far as them being characters, I'm interested in seeing on the big screen. Yeah, Scorpion and Tombstone, yes, not Boomerang so much, but Scorpion and Tombstone, I'm definitely interested to see them on the big screen. I mean, who wouldn't? Like I said, we've been hearing Scorpion's name for 800 years, right? Being in one of these movies. So I'm cool with it. But like I said, we don't really know what the plot is and what's going on with the movie. We don't know, you know, any concrete news or what's going on with this movie. But I think we're going to hear what's going on with this movie in Comic Con, y'all. So like I said, just take what you hear with this movie with a grain of salt. Unless you hear Kevin Feige or somebody come out and say something, or Amy Pascal from she's the Kevin Feige of Marvel over at Sony. If you hear any of them people like come out or whatever and say something, then cool. Then they take it for face value because those people know that they're actually the ones making the movie. But as far as like you hear all these rumors and all that, take it with a face value. Let's wait until we get to Comic Con and then we'll probably get the actual concrete news. All right, y'all. And last but not least, so fans will now have to wait over a year for the next Marvel movie after Fantastic Four. Fans will now have to wait over a year for the next Marvel movie after Fantastic Four First Steps, which will be Spider-Man Brand New Day. This will be Marvel's biggest gap between two films since the gap between Spider-Man Far From Home and Black Widow. Um, like I said, this this really has a lot to do with the fact that Marvel delayed both of the Avenger movies. Um, Not really too much to take out of this. Like I said, I kind of already explained this already early in the show. It's just the fact that it's going to be a gap because of the fact that it's going to be some changes. So in between that, there are going to be some actual Disney films in between those. So that's why you're going to see that gap that way. Because I guess, like I said, I think it's a Bob Iger decision. I don't think that was a Kevin Feige decision because it seemed to be affecting everything at Disney. Because when he moved those two movies, you seen that they were slotting in Disney movies. And so when I say Disney movies, that could be anything. That could be a Disney animated, that could be a Pixar, it could be a Star Wars, whatever, right? So, and I doubt Star Wars, but we'll see. It could be. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that. It could be a Star Wars movie. Of course, y'all know they got the Mandalorian Grogu movie coming out. Ryan Gosling got a movie coming out. We'll see how that goes. Well, let's see if that happens. Y'all know how that go with Star Wars. But anyway, so this is really nothing. Of course, we already know how this is gonna work. So, um, we're just gonna have to wait and see, y'all. I know it's gonna probably be not too fun waiting the whole entire year, but I mean it's fine, y'all. It's fine. Um, I'd rather them wait a year and get it right than to not do it at all, right? Like I want them to just get it right. I think everybody wants them to get it right. I think everybody wants to go into the movie feeling like this is going to be a good movie. And like I said, I think Marvel is trying to instill that trust again with the people, man. Because remember, it was at one point you go to a Marvel movie, it's like an automatic, right? We haven't had that in a while. It's like playing Russian roulette when it goes to come to the Marvel movies now. And so that's why I say we just gotta wait and see. This is understandable because now that they moved the whole Avengers schedule around, so it is what it is. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all, y'all. That's all I pretty much got today. Not too bad, not too shabby. Shout out to Cuz, man. He will be back here with me on Tuesday, y'all. So we'll be back together here on Tuesday. I definitely appreciate everybody kicking it with your boy. But before we go, man, I definitely got to show some love to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir. Listen, guys, if you're into the geek culture, man, you're into anything Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything like that, man, you're in the right place. Please hit that subscribe button. Join us here for all things in the geek culture. We will be back here on Tuesday. Also, too, everybody hit them likes for us, man. Help us build this algorithm up, man, so we can find more geeks like yourselves. We have shows from now on, every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning, guys. So join us here for that, man. With all that being said, man, it is your boy Real. Cuz we'll be back here on Tuesday. There's only really one thing I want y'all to do, man. That's stay geeked. And we out, y'all.